Hi, this is DMac, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. And I hope you've watched the other two videos. That kind of helps, but I guess in YouTube, you kind of pick the ones that most interest you. My first video kind of tells you a bit about me, inviting you to my YouTube channel. And my second video talks about where do you start. And this video today I'm talking about vision boards. It's really important. I got a few items here I'll share with you that I use, that I have used and continue to use. And sometimes I don't use it, just like you go in and out of exercise, in and out of, but the more you apply yourself in using these things, it'll help. I'm a visual and auditory learner, and so I need things that are visual. I think need things that are auditory, audible, so that way I could hear. And I take in a lot of learning through those two senses, but I also can read well. As a matter of fact, I'm one of the few people that is I would say highly educated, but not the most smartest as far as academics, but I'm a hard worker. Flunked kindergarten. I flunked kindergarten. English was my second language, and I remember when I was little, I flunked kindergarten because I couldn't speak any English. I just came from the Philippines, and my dad sat me down in front of the living room couch, sofa, and he said, "Osel, you gonna learn English." And I did, and I have a great command now, being, over 50. And so I did learn English. I passed kindergarten, and I went even further. I could go. I've gone as far as you can go as far as formal education, from K-12 to college or associate's degree, all the way up to doctorate degree. What does it all mean? It means that I can endure a lot of academics. Does it mean I'm great or I'm so bright? No, there's people that are smart, and today, especially in this world, today, you don't need a PhD to be even smarter than someone that's actually had formal education. And we can see that in a lot of people's lives, reading a lot of books. There's so many books today. But anyways, let me continue. I don't want to get too much out of focus here. I want to focus on at least one or two, at most three principles of learning. And maybe I might be sporadic at times because I'm not scripted. I just have an idea and then I talk about it. So I'm going to talk about vision boards, setting goals, and being committed. Make committed massive action in order to achieve your goals. And I set goals, and I have a vision board. And then here, I don't know if you could see it. I might have put it down on my, I'll put it on there somehow on this as I edit this video. Master your thinking, master your attitude, and it'll equal optimal outcomes. When you can master your thinking and your attitude, your outcomes are going to be better. And I'll talk more about those things in other videos, but I want to talk about vision boards. I have 4 vision boards right now that I made, and I've already written my goals. My goals are probably like 5 pages long. Do I look at them every day? No, I look at them every occasion. As a matter of fact, I made them into an iTunes audio with music behind it so I can listen to it, because repetition, coming from Anthony Robbins, is the mother of all skills. He's made a great impact in a lot of people's lives. But one thing I've learned about personal development is many of these personal development people use a lot and draw a lot from the scriptures. I noticed that when I started in my 20s, when I started listening, the more I listened to them, and at one time I really got negative and saying, man, all the answers are in the scriptures. But the reality is, although the answers are there, they're not easily understood. And so all these personal development gurus have synthesized the information using different things from other spiritual leaders like Dalai Lama and the Buddhist faith, the good things. But really, when it comes down to it, it comes from the scriptures. And so I realized that I had to get into the scriptures, and I have, and I still continue to. But now I still read personal development books depending on what area. So here's my vision board. So the first thing I'm going to share with you, here's, if you see, this is my vision board. on the spiritual goal. I started June 12th. I did it drafting earlier towards the beginning of the year. I had a general one, but this is specific. So if you look at that, that's my spiritual goals. I have pictures because I visualize. It keeps me focused on what I want. And of course, Jesus Christ is the center of my life and my family, and it talks about it on serving and reading the scriptures about family, like I have here, doing something amazing every day, the awesome power of faith, take the leap. These are principles, and like if I'm struggling, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I really, in my personal development, I strive to be a disciple of Jesus Christ. I know religion or that type of spirituality, believing in Christ, is a negative, but hopefully along the way, you might have a better perspective. But what I realize too is personal development and spiritual in the Christian faith should belong together. But really one calls about repentance and the other one talks about just personal development devoid of Christ. But that'll be another talk again. So let me continue. My second one is on health. Because you got to have your spiritual success and you got to have your health success. That reminds me to eat good, exercise, and to achieve levels of health. Because without your health, obviously you're not going to achieve a level of financial wealth, relationship wealth. Health keeps your body going. This is a vehicle that we can improve on, and we try to make it healthy. Do you have to be like Jack LaLanne or Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, just healthy internally in what you eat. As a matter of fact, that's one of my goals is to read more books on how the body works and nutrition and so on. That's my goal this summer. My next one is, of course, is my main job for 20 years is education. I want to get better in education. That's one of my students right there. And this is when we were on May 2015 in Success Magazine. We were on page 40. If you go to success.com, you can find us there. I think Heidi Klum is in that front cover. And this is what I try to impart. And of course, the best teacher I know is Christ. But it says here, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all, quoted by Aristotle. And the unexamined life is not worth living. And it's very important to examine your life, reflect, so that you can improve on it. And today, I guess in education, being in it for 20 years, we've really come to the point where we teach the mind, but we don't teach the heart. And I work on character values and personal development. I incorporate it in my academics. And then, of course, to pay for my kids' college and so on, I've been a real estate broker, and I figure that's going to be the one that supplements my pursuit to financial freedom. And this YouTube video is just my way of giving back and helping. But I will achieve that, and I've already set a game plan on that. So vision boards. Vision boards are really important. So I invite you to consider putting a vision board together, having some photos, and then laminating it and putting it in front, put it in your desktop on your computer so it reminds you. And maybe you don't have to have so many right now. Just have something, maybe if you want to work on your relationships, that's what you'll have a vision board on, or your health, that's what you have. I have it in the areas of spiritual, health, and my career. I have to put together one on my family, but I think my spiritual kind of covers that. So here's all 4 of them. I have it laminated. I have it in digital format so I could see it. And I wrote a goal, and I have those, and I've adjusted and revised them. But really, all those things really mean nothing. These don't mean anything unless you take and you're committed to massive action. And you got to do it every day. You don't have to do a lot. Just do a little every day. Small things, through small and simple things, great things come to pass, or take little steps, baby steps, however you want to. But that is, after you've read, my last video about the foundation, I didn't speak too much about it, but I'll finish it off here. Go watch that YouTube video on James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, so you can build the foundation, get the proper thinking, format your hard drive or your your memory so that you can have, if you got a lot of gook in it, of course, you're not going to be thinking. Most people think negative about themselves. They have so many negative things that just really blocks them from really moving forward. And what you need to do is use antivirus and get a lot of motivational stuff. Wherever you're planted, you can grow as long as you got the right amount of water, the right amount of soil and sun. So shine where you're at and grow. But start with a vision board. I had 4 of them. I showed you an example. And then set your goals and ask questions. What kind of goals you want to set, or how should your vision board? Put it down below. Ask me those questions and I'll try to answer it in the video. I'm trying to have certain things I want to set up that I want to help. So I want to talk about in certain segments of the video. All right, thank you so much. I might talk a little bit about mastering your thinking and attitude. A lot of people don't have that. Their thinking masters them, and their attitude is really controlled and by their emotions rather than them controlling it themselves. One thing I know is you can live an amazing life. I live an amazing life. I'm grateful to be alive today and have a wonderful wife and awesome kids and have a family, have enough food to put on the table and to do things. And I plan to do more things as I grow my real estate business, as well as growing this YouTube channel. And I hope I'll get more followings. I invite you. I know you'll learn if you will take the things that I shared, because I've actually walked the walk. And all I can say is make it a great day. And thanks again.